Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoes.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another blind battle beers for science, because it's fun. Today we're going to be checking out two very special beers. Two beers I've not had for over 2 years now, I think. And I happen to have them, and I figured, you know what, let's do a blind battle beers. These beers aren't really similar, but the ABV is the same, actually a little bit different. We're doing Very Green and Doubleganger, because why the fuck not? Very Green, 8.3% alcohol by volume. Doubleganger is 8.2%. These were both canned on May 16th, so we are, time of recording, 3 weeks old. Both these beers come courtesy of my man Steve. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Yeah, I haven't had these beers since they brewed them in Charlton. I had them when, now dogs are barking. I had them both when they were brewed in Munson, and I loved both of them. So, but yeah, it's been 2 years. They've been releasing these more often, and I figured, let's do a blind battle beers. I know these aren't hopped the same. I mean, they're sort of similar. Very Green is the imperial version of green, so it's Galaxy and whatever other hops they put in there. And then Doubleganger is the, let's see here, Doubleganger is the double dry hopped version of Doppelganger, which is the imperial version of Alter Ego, which is the mosaic dry hopped version of Julia. So whatever, it's gonna be fun. My lovely wife poured these off camera for me, so I don't know which is which. They look exactly the same. Wouldn't be able to tell either way. So we'll just start with the white treehouse glass. We have a white glass and a black logo glass. I'm gonna try and not make this video a half hour long. So let's start with the white logo one. This smells, I mean, I will say I've had both of these beers in the past. The nose of this does not remind me of either one that I've had. So it's not that it's a weak nose, but it's not a nose that I remember. This has like, it's sweet, tropical fruits. There's a little bit of pineapple in there. Sweet tangerine, but it's like, it's almost stone fruity. There's a good amount of like crackery kind of white bread though. There's a little bit of sweetness, which I'm kind of perceiving as like fruity sweetness. I don't know if that's like kind of a berry sweetness, but there's a little bit of that treehouse kind of bubblegummy thing. I wish the nose on this was more pungent. It's just, it smells good. It's just not exploding out of the glass. Yeah, I would say it's like just kind of, muted's the wrong word because it's not muted, but it's tropical pineapple. There's a little bit of like berry thing. It does have that bubblegum thing, which I love with treehouse, so. Let's go and taste this one. Cheers. I mean, beer's fucking delicious. Lots of candied sweetness. Candied orange. Candied pineapple. A little bit of stone fruit in there. There's a good amount of like white bread. I don't know, I mean... I don't know what's going on with treehouse beers, and this is not a knock at them. Before I started drinking monkish beers and before I started drinking these new hazy modern times beers, these beers are just super soft to me these days. I used to think they were like these crazy over the top explosive like juice bombs. They're really good. This is a well-made beer. It's just not like what the West Coast is putting out these days. Yeah, I mean, this isn't, regardless of which beer this is, it's not what I remember. It doesn't mean it's bad. Let's taste this one, or let's smell this one and then taste it. Nose on this one's pretty muted too, wow. Color me shocked. This one's much more citrusy, sweet tangerines. Again, though, this one's got, I mean, it smells bready to me. It smells crackery. There's a little bit of like herbaceous, like kind of green note in there, but it's not like in your face green. Yeah, I would say this one's more like candy tangerine, sweet orange with like a little bit of maybe like some pineapple peachy thing. So let's taste it. Cheers. Wow, these actually taste really similar to me. Should I have brought water out here? This one though, on the back end of it, much more pithy, like orange peel, even a tiny bit of grapefruit. That green kind of herbaceous thing that I was smelling on the nose, it carries over to the finish of this. Good amount of like green bite, like herbal, fresh chopped herbs. But yeah, that kind of bready crackeriness just kind of mellows out all those hops. Neither one of these beers is crazy, like over the top on your palate. And I remember them being like way over the top. Maybe, admittedly, maybe I was like all about the hype back then. I don't know. I'm not saying these beers are bad. These beers, neither one of these that I'm drinking is what I remember though. And that's not a bad thing. It's just beers change. I can appreciate what Treehouse does. They can take loads and loads of hops. Obviously both of these, this is Imperial version of green, this is a double dry hop beer. They can take all these hops and just make it super drinkable. Like it's really, really soft, easy on your palate. It's not offensive, very flavorful, but it's not crazy in your face like I remember. I think I like this one better. Yeah, the nose on this one's more, it's more forward, like citrus and more, a little bit more tropical. This, it's much more forward on your palate too. It's more flavorful. These were canned on the same day, so it's not like one's older than the other one. This one's really good too though. I think this one's softer than this one. I think with this one, I like the green kind of herbal thing that's on the nose and that's in the finish. So I think I prefer this one more. If I were to grade both of these, I mean, honestly, these aren't mind-blowing to me anymore, which, again, it's not a bad thing. It's just your palate changes, right? I've been really into West Coast beers lately. I've been talking about that. I mean, these are both A beers. We're not going to kid ourselves. We're not going to say like these are 70s or something stupid like that. But I would say this one, which we'll just say both of these beers I gave hundreds out of 100 the last time I reviewed them. So neither one of them are hundreds for me anymore. The mouthfeel of both of these are creamy too. This one, I think, with like the sweet kind of citrus and that pineapple-y kind of like tropical fruitiness, but there's still like that kind of herbal green finish. I think I prefer this one. I think the nose on this one's better too. They both smell really good. Yeah, I like the black glass better. If I was giving grades, the black Treehouse glass would be like 96, and I think the white one would be like 94, somewhere around there. Both A beers. They're both good. I'm guessing, it's hard to tell with these though, because they're not like really putting themselves like out more one than the other. I think since this one has more of that herbal thing, this one's very green, and this one's more on that kind of sweet orangey thing. So I would guess that this one's Doubleganger, because this would be a mosaic dry hopped beer. I think I could be way wrong. So I prefer the black glass. If it's not very green, I don't care. Both of these beers are really good. So let's see what they are. Oh, come on, wifey. There you go. So yeah, black is very green, white is Doubleganger. So there you go. 2 Treehouse beers. You know what we do now, right? We're gonna cuvee them. It's weird to me how like my palate has changed. I don't know. Maybe these just aren't the same beers that were brewed back on the smaller system. I know everyone's saying they're still trying to figure stuff out. I think these beers are still good. It's just, I mean, they're not like that kind of mind-blowing, holy shit, what's going on beer that I remember. So looks, I mean, like both of those beers, right? Let's see what she smells like. Yeah, so this has like that kind of berry like sweetness, but there's also like all that pineapple kind of green, like not dank, but it's that green kind of herbal thing. It smells awesome. Cheers. I mean, that's an awesome Kuge. You get the sweet oranges, sweet tangerines. There's pineapple in there. Then that kind of herbal green sort of, it's not crazy biting into your tongue. It's there mid-palate to finish. That, again, crusty kind of crackery white bread thing is there. Kind of balance out all those hops. This is fantastic. I don't know if, like, mixing these two together are better than them by themselves. I'm not sure. But this was a fun blind battle beer to do. That's really, really good. Yeah, this probably is better than both of them. Like, as a, like, combined, it's better than they are on their own. That makes sense? It's like a 97. Good stuff. So, yeah, these are both still world-class for me. I mean, they're well-made beers. They're just, I don't know. I am the first one to admit that I allow hype into my mind when I know what I'm drinking. These, I didn't know what I was drinking. So it was fun to kind of smell them and taste them on their own. But Very Green was the winner for me. Not the winner, it's just the one that I preferred. And I think it's got that kind of extra, that I think the kind of herbal sort of mellow, kind of dank, bitter, pithy thing. I enjoy that. And Green, or Very Green, provides that. That burp that I just had was kind of bubblegummy. Really, really good. So both of these beers are awesome. I would definitely say seek them out, try them. If you guys have had them, let me know which one you prefer. Drink them blind. They just released Very Green again. They actually just released Green. I don't know how you say that, but it was 2 cans per person, so I'm not even gonna try and get my hands on that. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. Hopefully this video is not 30 minutes long. So if you guys have had them, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Steve, thanks, bro. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.